Hello everyone and welcome back to the Track D. We have had pretty interesting topics during the HR Development Day, and now it's time for one more great case study. We will be talking about where are the best students and how to hire them. Motivating young professionals and using their potential can be pretty challenging sometimes, so we will talk about how to motivate young graduates, what are the benefits of hiring young people, and how their inexperience can contribute to the organization. It is really a pleasure to introduce you to Zvjezdana Crnogorac, co-founder of Via Academica. Hi, Zvjezdana.
Hi, thank you for the nice introduction. I'm really happy to be here and share my knowledge on this topic with our audience today.
It is really our pleasure. So you can start whenever you're ready, and I will be coming back later with some questions.
Okay, I will share now my presentations. I hope everyone can see my presentation. As were mentioned before, today I will talk about where are the best students and how to hire them. The idea is to share our experience based on the experience that we have in higher education and recruitment and what we have learned in the past 7 years in this field. So these are the topics that we will go over today. First of all, where are the students, how to hire them, what are the problems when hiring young professionals, there are many of them, but also the benefit of hiring young professionals. And at the end, I will share a little research results that we did with our students to share their motives when choosing a company. So first of all, where are the best students? Traditionally, and it's common knowledge that the best students are at the top ranked universities, and they are mostly were selected based on their academic achievements, which is good, and it is true. The best students are really at the best ranked universities, but also we have to keep in mind that these students are hard to motivate, and also not just hard to motivate, but also it is hard to get them, offer them positions, because they are also really very selective when it comes to choosing companies and job opportunities. So what are for companies, what are other places to look for students? So we discovered based on our experience in the field, but also changes that the job market has faced in the past 10 years, we selected other 4. These are the other 4. 2 of them are really known among companies, and I believe that most of the companies are using them nowadays, but we still would like to point out them. Those are student organizations, student conferences, and events. Why these 2 are really important? We have students who are really active in organizations, but also who attend conferences and events, and they're able to manage these activities with their studies, and in most cases really successfully. So when we hire and choose these kind of students, we have students who are better than their peers in challenges that are when they are faced when come to work environment. But the other 2 that we have here are universities that have developed strategies for recruitment of international students. This is something that is pretty new, especially in Europe, and student recruitment agencies like ourselves. So first of all, at universities that have developed strategies for recruitment international students, these are really great places to find young professionals, because there are students who were willing to go a few steps further. For them, it wasn't enough just to enroll universities. They wanted to go abroad. They faced challenges. They have experience with new cultures. They speak many languages. So having these type of students in company is a really benefit for everyone, and they are also more easy to adapt to everything, to new things that company wants to provide for their employees. And also student recruitment agencies are like ourselves. This is something really new, especially when it comes to job recruitment. And why is this beneficial to companies? Because we follow students from the beginning. We help them to find bachelor studies. We evaluate their profiles. We help them go to master studies. We advise them which conferences to attend, where to go, how to find internships and everything. So who is better to know the profile of the students, their advantages, and to advise on companies what kind of profile they are dealing with. So once we have found all these students, how to hire them? First of all, partnership with universities. We strongly believe not just these top universities, but also these universities that we mentioned that have developed strategy for international recruitment are really important to have a partnership with. First of all, I will like to give this example for one precise company. It's called Aqua in Belgium. They had these programs for internships for younger professionals from all over the world for many years now. And this way, they don't have to invest extra effort on finding students. Students apply, students find them and apply for the positions. And that way, through the internship, they have option to meet the student and to decide are they going to offer them long-term positions. But on the other side, it is really great experience for students because most of them have mandatory internships during their bachelor and academic studies, so they cannot graduate without these internships. But also for those who do not need these internships as a part of the program, it is a great opportunity to have international experience, but also some professional experience in order to apply for other jobs. So I think this is like really great opportunity, and especially in this company, I know people who are working now for the past 15 years, and they came as young interns from all over the Europe. So the other one is partnership with student recruitment agencies. As I mentioned before, agencies like us, we really know the profile of the candidates. So we know their strengths. We also know where they are lacking knowledge in something and what is needed to be improved to be a better candidate for position. So I think that we really can offer really first-hand insight on these profile and students, but also a lot of them is turning to us, asking us advices where to apply for the positions and how to start their career path. So besides that, investing in employment programs, I will not go deeper into this. This is something that companies usually do with the government. Even in Serbia, we have great opportunities for hiring somebody without prior knowledge or prior knowledge work experience. So I think that most of the countries offer this. So if the companies are willing to invest, they can get in contact with a certain organization and implement these programs. No entry positions. This is something that can be really challenging because from the perspective of the company, it is really hard to give some higher level position to somebody who is just coming to the company. But on the other hand, to have really good students who are motivated, we have to challenge them. We have to give them more than just basic positions when they will repeat the same tasks over and over again. They want to have freedom in solving tasks. They want to implement their ideas and be able to give suggestions how to improve what they are doing. Offer them flexibility. I think this is also one of the most important things when hiring students. I will also share here our experience. We have had few students in the past 3 years that we gave options to work while they are studying, but we had to be really flexible, giving them option to combine their university schedule with their working schedule. But I have to say it wasn't easy, but in the end, it was really great for us. But for the students, they gain experience. They also, they were able to earn money to finance their studies. But what we get was really an amazing experience, how to improve the company. And also they were really organized, I have to say. And then we got like not like 12 months a year, but like for 7 months, we had a really amazing employees that we can work with. And I have to say, out of 3, now we have one who has recently graduated, and we offered her full-time position because we were able to develop her potentials and also to create the employee that we wanted for her at certain position. Give them responsibility and opportunity for advancement. This is really important. All of these are really important, but if you are not willing to give them responsibility and opportunity to grow, then we are not going to take the most from them. So I think like we all have to develop their potentials and invest in them. And this is also connected with the mentorship program. We strongly believe even in our mentorship program when they are applying for studies, but also when they are young employees, it is up to us equally as it is up to them who they are going to become as professionals. I will go back to this later when I share result of a survey, because this is something that is not only important for us but also for students and young professionals. So once when we have students and we want to hire them, we have to be aware of the problems that we are facing when hiring young professionals. And these are 3 top problems that we also experience, but also that are known. It is lack of business focus and understanding of the workplace, possible inability to articulate their talents, and inexperience. When we are talking about inexperience, most of them have some kind of experience, but what we have faced is communication, and we weren't clear about expectations from them. So they need to have certain mentorships, but also on the other side, it is up to company how many resources they are able to provide through different workshops and mentoring hours for young employees. So this is something when comparing to young people, it's better to hire somebody with prior knowledge for certain positions, but the best solutions is actually to really go deeply in analyzing positions and where to invest in somebody with more experience, but where to really have somebody young, but then invest and create a employee that we need and want. So now on to what are the benefits of hiring young professionals. I would say there are more benefits than problems when hiring a young professional. This is our experience in Via Academica, but also in working with young people. Young professionals, they are really enthusiastic and energetic. We just need to direct this energy and enthusiasm they have. Fresh idea, new perspective. For example, we use these ideas and perspective for our social media managers. 2 main social media managers that we have in Via Academica are 28, 22 years old. They are students, they are our target group. So why we decided to do this? Before we hired them, they didn't have any previous knowledge on social media. So we provided this basic knowledge for them, but also we create strategy. We developed this strategy and implement it. But why hire this for like content creation and social media management is our target group is between 17 and 22. So we didn't want to have people in their late 20s, early 30s to create content on social media for somebody who is younger, more than a decade. So we really are happy with the choices that we made. We had to put a lot of energy, but at the end, I think that this is something that divides us from our competitors, because we really have social media strategy that is more appealing to our target group. So this is one of the really good benefits that we had, and we use their ideas and perspective on this. They are affordable, tech and social media savvy, as I already mentioned. You can shape them to accommodate the needs of your company. This is really true. It takes time, but at the end, comparing to someone who is coming from different system that work there for a really long time, it is hard to adjust these kind of professionals to new company culture and needs than having somebody young who are easy to adjust and to learn. And at the end, this was really short presentation, but at the end, I wanted to share the motives of the students. As I mentioned at the beginning, we had a little survey that we did with our students. Yearly, we have between 300 and 500 students that applied through us to universities all over the world, and many of them are now graduating from bachelor's and master studies, and they are looking for employment. So we wanted to hear their voices on this topic because it is two-way street. So if we want to have the best possible solution, we have to listen to them as well. So these are the results. First is mentorship. As I mentioned before, mentorship, they all are expecting to have somebody who will devote their time to them to adjust, to give them enough information to adjust to new environment, but not just that, but actually to motivate them and so they can have possibilities to learn, but also personal development. These are really young and ambitious people, so they want to make sure that they will have options to grow in this company. Finances is on the third place, which was a bit surprising, but also in other ways not, because it's, of course, the finances are important, especially at the beginning. For them is more important to have other benefits and to be able to learn, and with that will come their market value as a professionals. And of course, they all, especially young people, they want to have a nice team and environment to work in. I think that some of the biggest companies set up the high expectations for young people. It's not good enough just to have like nice office, but also investing in team building and other opportunities for them to develop professional, but also team connections and to enjoy work as much as possible. So this was my presentation. If you have any kind of questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you very much, Zvjezdana, on this presentation. It was really great insights and really great presentation. We do have some questions, so let me just read some of them. So how open are universities to cooperating with companies in order to support their later employment?
Actually, I just came back yesterday from one of the top business schools, for example, in France. They are really willing to work with companies because this school, precise, I will just give my most recent experience. They have mandatory internships for bachelor students for each year. So each year student, in order to complete successfully year, has to find internship. So they want to have as many as possible opportunities for their students, and that's why they need companies. And most of them have inner system like LinkedIn, but for the needs of the universities and business schools. And each company, once their student applies, they get a notification to have first-hand opportunity to interview these students and to hire them.
Thank you very much. So they're pretty open to cooperate with the students.
So cooperate, and not just open, they need companies for their studies to be completed. So it's not just a matter of like how open they are, it's like something that they need. And also none of them can guarantee internship, but also of the universities, but also they require students to have this kind of internship. So they need to at least provide them opportunities to have interviews and in which direction to look. So I think it's like really, they are really open to this.
Thank you. So the second question is, what are the biggest challenges of recruiting international students, and are there any differences?
Well, honestly, I have to say that maybe it's even easier to recruit international students than domestic ones, because international students, those are the students that I mentioned during my presentation, they're willing to go a step further. Sometimes for them, it's just a matter of experience, a new culture and something. So they don't require a lot, but they are willing to offer a lot just for a chance to go somewhere and to gain experience. So I think, but also the problem is depending on the company. For international companies, this is not a problem. But if the environment is not international, then it can be challenging in ways on usage of the language within the company and similar.
So Zvjezdana, thank you very much for all this information and insights. I do think that it is pretty useful for everyone who's watching this. And also, I would like to thank Via Academica and remind all participants that they have a booth in our expo zone, so you can go and check it out, see more information, and to check out the special offer they have for the HR work participants. And after this, we will continue on the main stage, so we will see you later.
Thank you again for offering me this opportunity to share our insights, and also please feel free to contact us anytime.
It is really a pleasure.
Bye.
Goodbye.